I'm just going to give it a few minutes here. See if anybody wants to come in. Can't stay on here too long. If you're watching this on the rewind, you can skip through the beginning of this. I'm going to give it a few minutes. Still give it about another minute here. Hey, who's out there? Hey, Rachel. Glad someone friendly has come in. How you doing, honey? I just went on from my hospital room. Wanted to see if anybody wanted to chat for just a few minutes. It's not the ideal situation here. Hey, honey, I'm in the hospital because I've been having some very bad side effects from the chemo that I had back in 2019, 2020. It has severely affected my heart. It's affected my arrhythmia. And this all started in November. I was in an ambulance, and basically my heart was going 170 at that time. I was in the hospital twice in November, once in December, another time in January for a cardiac conversion where they zap you with the paddles. And by then my heart was like, that was a scheduled procedure. It was up to like 200 to 300 beats a minute because I had to be scheduled for surgery and go off meds for that. And basically you can be dead at 150. So we did that, and then I had to wait until March to go in for an ablation. Went in this week, Wednesday, here in lovely, beautiful Burbank, California. I'm right in between Disney and Days of Our Lives. This has become like my new home since November. But I had a conversion. It didn't work. It lasted 5 seconds. Then they ablated me. That took about 2 hours, 3 hours on the table under general anesthesia. Then they converted me again. It held. I went home from the hospital Wednesday night. By Thursday, I was already sick. By the middle of the night, Thursday into Friday morning, I was back in the ambulance. My heart was racing only about 150, which, heck, that's nothing at that point. But back at the same hospital in the ER, they admitted me right away. And then the situation just it continued to get worse. And I had another conversion this afternoon. Actually, it might have been this morning. I don't remember. Sorry, Rachel. I'm just under some propofol right now. But this is a horrible side effect from what's called the Red Devil chemo that I had back in 2019, 2020. It's put me down since November, although I have felt bad for about a year. All this feeling bad happened around the time that my very close friend passed away. That was October 2022, and I felt like I never fully recovered from that, and just, was getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and being able to do less and less. Haven't been able to do my reselling. Haven't even been able to do any part-time, real gigs for my real career, although, I'm already disabled from that anyway, from the cancer in my back and the 25 other things that are wrong. I found out today I'm going to need a life-saving drug. It's going to cost about $1,000 a month. Obviously, I can't do that in my position. I could do it if I still could work my business, but I can't. So I'm not asking for money. I've opted to take a pass on the $1,000 a month life-saving drug that I need. And I'm going to take an alternate generic form that it could cause blindness and throw my thyroid out of whack, which is already out of whack because I've already got tumors there, and I've got Hashimoto's disease as well there. So is really, the generic is not the ultimate drug to take, but hopefully the early Medicare that I got, even though I'm not really old enough to be on Medicare, I have it early because of, the devastation of my body from the breast cancer and, the 35 plus years of surveillance that ruined my back. So, at least I'm grateful to have that. And like I said, I'm not asking for funds, but what would really make me happy is to get that YouTube subscriber channel, or subscribers. I'm sorry, I'm still under anesthesia. I've had so much since Wednesday. I'd like to get it up to 1,000. I've almost got my watch hours. I'm like about less than 40 hours shy of my 4,000 watch hours. So my kids are home alone. My baby girls, my neighbors have been helping out. Even though I'm in the ultimate location right now. I mean, I'm near NBC, old NBC. I'm near Johnny Carson Park. I'm right down the street from Matt Perry. In fact, I just went to see him at Forest Lawn, and then this happened the next day. Yeah, my neighbors, they're wonderful. They're saving my sanity right now. But it's really hard. I need to see my kitten. I need to see my little Kelsa Kinsley kitty. I need to see my bunny, and I need people to just keep watching my videos. I promise I'm getting better. I got a lot of people viewing now, and I just need to get the word out there. Like, anybody that wants to help me out, that's how you can help me out, is just get the word out there that, there's a fellow PI, fellow reseller out there that I just need a little nudge right now. I have been able to make a few more videos during the time that this has happened. They're hoping that I can make it through the night without the heart going out of rhythm again, because I really don't want to have another procedure. I am going to have to go on this new drug. Oh, I wish I could give you a hug too. Love you, Rachel. I'm so sleep deprived. There's a screaming woman in the hospital, and I think she's got like Alzheimer's or dementia. She screams all night long. She's right across from me. I hear her screaming for help. There's some kind of a dungeon sound that's coming from my walls, and it sounds like the basement from Home Alone, and it goes off all night long. What was really horrible is I had to pull out the infusion machine last night, and I hadn't been on an infusion since I was in chemo, so I had to hear the click, 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 click of that chemo type machine. Even though it wasn't chemo, it was anti-arrhythmia drugs and IVs, but I had to hear that all night long, and that just brought back a lot of horrible memories. Just anything that reminds me of the radiation tube or the chemo room is not a good thing. And there's just, I'm in a big city here. There's a lot of people in this hospital. I don't know what to say. Like I said, I'm not in a clear mind right now. I'll probably regret that I even went live. I don't know if I'm going to leave this up, take it down. They finally just came in and pulled all the wires off my chest. They can't use my left arm for anything because of the damage from the breast cancer. So my right arm, there's hardly anything left. And let me just say something to my nurse for a minute, Rach, if you can just hang on. I'm just doing a live right now. I won't film you. Is this Sheila?
Hello.
Hi, I'm just doing a live, so you can just remember the right side. Yeah, they're just gonna take my blood pressure, make sure I'm still alive. It actually goes pretty low after the procedures, which, that's a great thing, but then a few hours later it starts to come up again. You have to watch there's some medication right there. It's swollen from the anti-arrhythmia. Yeah, I'm like a human pincushion. The worst thing is the sleep deprivation. I'm just starting to get, what do they call it, hospital something or other, where you just, hospital delirium, I think, at this point. The best thing for me is if I can make it through the night without my heart going crazy again, and I can go home and have some sort of quality of life. Like the last 4 or 5 months, I've been able to basically grocery shop, do laundry. Can't do any reselling because I'm never home to ship anything. I'm always at the hospital or in the back of an ambulance. Um, this just this is almost worse than when I had the actual cancer. Cancer is the gift that keeps on giving people. It just, ladies, if you're out there and you're listening, even if it saves one person, you go get your mammogram and you catch it early so you don't go through the complete living heck that I've been through um, since 2018, 2019, and we're already up to 2024. I was hoping that some of this would be behind me before Dodger season starts, but it's already starting this week. They're already in Korea, and I got no way to watch it. Even at home, I can.
Just want to check your temperature really quick.
Okay, they're gonna take my temperature. You just stay on with me, Rach. I appreciate you, and if anybody else is out there, please call your name out. That's one thing that's been normal. Is it normal?
Yeah, everything is fine.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sheila.
Anytime.
And if I can just take the melatonin tonight with the others at
Do
9.
you want to take the melatonin early?
No, I'll just take it with everything else.
Like around 9?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. Sorry, Rach. I see there's a second person here. Wow. Maybe somebody will watch this later. Like I said, my friend in Florida that started my cancer GoFundMe, she's considering starting it up again, but she's got a lot of heart issues too. I need sleep. I hadn't eaten since about 8:30 last night. And the lovely lady beside me brought me. That was something. What was it? Like pudding, whatever you brought. And that was the last time I ate until just a couple hours ago.
I'll come back later, okay?
Okay, thank you, hon.
You're welcome.
It's just wonderful people here. I've had a few bad experiences, but most has been positive here. The first visit, they lost one of my Warner Brothers shirts, one of my Tweety shirts, and you guys who know me from the PI business might know that I was once a Tiny Toon, and I did a lot of work for Warner Animation, and the hospital, losing that shirt that was a little upsetting at the time, but so much worse has happened since then, but at least I'm in a good hospital, although I'm in the same hospital that John Ritter passed away, and also in the cardiac unit. I'm in the same hospital that my old neighbor, I'm sorry, I'm still drugged out, but my old neighbor, Alan Thick, he passed away in the same hospital. Yeah, his house is, I'm on the cheap side of the lake, but his old house is right behind me, and it's now Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone's house, and yeah, a lot of famous people born here, a lot of famous people die here. Corey Haim, it's I'm in LA County. I'm right next to the border of LA. I'm in Burbank. I'm near the old Johnny Carson set, Johnny Carson Park. I'm near Matt Perry, who I just saw the day before this all started. I just seen him when they took him over to Forest Lawn, and I have a little video about that. I didn't think going to the cemetery was gonna almost kill me back in November, but I have what's called uncontrolled AFib. There's controllable AFib and uncontrolled. Mine is uncontrolled. I also have suffered from high blood pressure, fast pulse rate for years, myocardiopathy, and no, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I'm not a current smoker. The only time I ever smoked was a little bit when I was a kid. So, I don't, it's not drugs or booze, or it's just, bad genes and red devil chemo damage, and that's about it. But, hopefully my heart function will improve at some point. If I can make it through the night and they can get my medications filled here at the hospital, I'll probably take an Uber home tomorrow and go hug Kelsa Kitty and Amelia Kinsley Bunny, and hopefully I can make it longer than a couple of days. Uh, Last time home from the hospital, I was only home like one day, and then it just all went to heck the next day. I just couldn't even go to sleep, and finally, like in the middle of the night, I had to call the ambulance because, there's no Ubers around at 5 o'clock in the morning, and lucky me, I was sitting out in the middle of famous Cahuenga Boulevard getting an EKG. Yeah, Cahuenga is the location of the old Desilu. I used to work over there years later, and a lot of my sitcom jobs were in the old Desilu, and I happened to be on the same street, so that wasn't on my bucket list to be sitting in the ambulance having the heart test, out on Cahuenga, one of the most famous streets in all of LA. It's not the first time I've had one out in the middle of the street, so, but first one that close to home. I hope the neighbors slept through it and didn't have to see the big scene, I'm a very private person, I have my mailing address. Nobody really knows where I live. They probably do now. I don't care, come get me. Just don't hurt my pets. Don't break into my house while I'm not there right now. I got 3 neighbors watching it, and it's got cameras. It's, Fort Knox, so don't even think about doing something stupid to anybody. I'm just being as honest as I can. Just, you people that are the resellers and the YouTubers that are on here, you could just get the word out to the community and get me some views so I'm almost at that. I'm literally hours away from the 4,000 mark, and I had almost hit 600 the other day, and then it dropped a couple of ticks, but the videos are getting better. I'm doing the best I can. It's, something I've always wanted to do. It's fun. My whole life's been hard, and, after surviving the cancer, my close friend who passed, she will want me to do something that's fun and do my hobby, and, I really love the YouTube, and I love meeting all you guys, and I love the reselling community, and, the PI community got me through. During the breast cancer, they were, between all the cops and the PIs, and I hear the screaming woman again. Oh my God, this goes on all night long, the screaming woman. I don't know if it's the same one. I just keep hearing calls for help. It's just, yeah, it sounds like she's on the walls now. I don't even know. Oh, it sounds like it's coming from the dungeon. I found out yesterday by a hospital employee that the South Tower is actually, it's haunted, and, this is a really infamous place, so I don't get scared about stuff like that. I'm in Tower North right now. If the ghosts are walking around at night, come and get me. They seem to be pushing the blood pressure monitors up and down the halls where there's nobody, no nurses, no patients, and they're plugged into the walls right outside my door, and then somebody unplugs them, starts rolling them down the hall, and the alarms go off all night long. So between the Home Alone dungeon, the screaming woman, the alarms going off, and the infusion machine, it's just impossible to go to sleep. And, I just saw your comment, Rach. YouTube is hard. It sure is, but you know what? You're a pro. If anybody out here is watching this besides just the 2 of us, you guys go out and watch Rachel. She's the best. She really knows what she's doing. I'm just a hobbyist when it comes to YouTube. I'm not a professional yet like her, but I'm getting as close as I ever thought I would. I never thought I'd come this far with it. I didn't think I'd get the views that I have. So, it's not like me being the famous PI that I am out here in LA and Hollywood. That's my thing. That was my thing for 40 years, so that's what I'm good at. But the YouTube, it's certainly fun, and I just recently found this. I got able to do this live function. I actually made it to 500, where now they throw you some super thanks, because I don't actually have any of that yet, but I don't need it. But, once I hit 1,000, even if it just, if it could bring me $100 a month, that would be $100 in groceries that I don't have right now. You know, I've always worked for everything since I was 17. I've paid twice in taxes and Social Security since 30 because of self-employment. So I'm sure Rachel understands that. And, you know, it's a lot more when you're self-employed. And, you know, I've worked since I was 17. You know, my birthday is less than a month away. And, you know, I feel like I got nothing to show for it because the cancer just, you know, wiped everything out. And now I need this drug. This is a very infamous doctor. Besides being an electrophysiologist, cardiologist, he has an electrical engineering degree from Princeton, and you know he wants me to have this life-saving drug, and it's just not going to happen. It's going to be around $1,000 just for 60 pills. So we're going to go with the generic one instead, and I'm just going to have to check in more regularly with my thyroid doctor. Just you know, but right now I can't get to my other doctors. I can't get to the dentist. I can't get to the eye doctor. I missed my DEXA for my bones, which are not doing too well. You know, I had my CT scan for my kidneys already while I was in here. So that was one of my prior visits out of 6. So, yeah, six visits since November, 2 procedures, 2 anesthesias, and 4 different things have been done. And let's just hope I can, you know, I make it through the night and I can go home maybe tomorrow and just, you know, give my babies a hug and a kiss and hopefully be able to crawl into my bed with them and, you know, just get some mental relief. You know, so many people, so many of my pets have just all passed away since the cancer hit, and I'm just trying to do this pretty much on my own. So, any positive thoughts? And if anybody wants to share any of this, get the word out. Just, you know, just somebody could just send a hello. It'll definitely boost my spirit. Sorry, I look so bad. I think it's been more than a week since my hair has been washed. They don't allow showers here. I won't even be able to take a bath when I get home. I can take a shower, but not a bath because I have too many major puncture wounds in my body from where all the catheters and all the needles have been. And so I'm black and blue. I'm wearing an ice pack right now because one of the anti-arrhythmia drugs leaked in the IV, and I've got a big, you know, golf ball sized bubble on my arm. And there's, you know, because I can only use the one arm due to the cancer from before. I'm running out of places to be poked. And I want to get through one night. Even if I could just sleep a couple hours, I would be so grateful. And get out of here tomorrow and just, you know, collapse. I need to be in my bed. I need to see my cat. I need to see my bunny. And just pray for all of us. And if anybody wants to help out with YouTube, you know, just give me, you know, only 1% of YouTubers ever make monetization. So, you know, life is short. Tomorrow is not promised. You know, people with advanced stage breast cancer that I was originally diagnosed with usually don't make it this far. My best chemo buddy died in the same hospital that I'm in right now on the same day that I lost the greatest friend in the world, the amazing Kelsa Kinsley. So you never know, folks. So I'm still with you. It's just life is a big struggle right now, and I don't know who else is on here, but if you're still here, Rachel, I love you, girl. Don't you forget. Good night.